What's up, everyone? Marc, Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Need versus want based. I thought I'd bring this up because I actually brought up in a Road to MILF video that we're looking at getting a new car, a company car, because I drive a lot between Illinois, Elgin, Illinois, and Mason, Ohio, where our headquarters are based. And, you know, I'm looking at something very sensible. Maybe even used, depending on the tax breaks I'm able to get from it. I'm either looking at leasing a new car, a very sensible car, or buying a used car. The cars I'm looking at is a simple class. Hyundai Sonata, Honda Accord, you know, something I could fit in though. Ford Fusion, I looked at them, I'm not too thrilled with them. Even a Volkswagen Passat, something of that nature, you know. And people are like, man, you know, you should buy this, you should buy that. I'm not one to, you know, go counting my income with everybody, but, you know, here's the thing is that I can afford a really nice car. I can afford a Benz, I can afford an AMG, I can afford a lot of cars. I can afford a really nice car. I can get an Escalade, I can get all that stuff, but I just want a sensible car that doesn't look too crappy because I am representing a company as a CEO that gets me from point A to point B. Okay, that's all I'm looking at. And, you know, a lot of people are like, well, you deserve it. I don't really deserve anything. I'm very simple in my needs, and that's what I'm going to get into, need-based versus want-based. And, you know, this is very far from fitness, but this channel is about more than fitness. It's about exploring who you are and how you can become a better person. And if I can help you realize yourself, I'm not Dr. Phil, dude. I'm not going to go apple versus pear and get my ass sued because I'm a fucking idiot. I'm going to go and I'm going to say, look, here are some things to think about and try to expand your mind into some critical thinking, also invoke discussion. I got to say, the video I did on the military is awesome. I love the comments and the battling back and forth between people who are pro-government, not even pro-government, pro-military, and those who think the military is just an arm for the you know, the rich corporations. And I'll go ahead and I'm going to link that. I'll annotate it somewhere if I remember to do it up above. You might not be able to see that on a mobile device, but if you're on a computer, you can see it. Anyway, so the car thing's something I'm not in. Look, my good friend Sean, he drives a nice car. You know, he likes a nice car. I can afford a nice car. I can justify a nice car. But I can't financially justify it. You lose 50% when you drive off the lot. And really, I mean, what's the point? I just want to get from point A to point B, and I want to make it happen, and it's not going to appreciate in value. I'm pretty simple like that. With cars, I'm need-based. Want-based would be, okay, need-based is I need this to get from A to B, I need navigation, and I need this because of this reason. Want-based would be, I just want to look really fucking cool. Okay, I don't need to look cool. It's not going to benefit me more to have an AMG versus having a Hyundai. But, you know, some people just want a nice car. Maybe they didn't have those things as a kid. I'll tell you what, I'm very want-based in my shoes. You know, I could never afford Jordans when I was a kid. Now I love Jordans, man. I just bought a new pair. And, I mean, I got them on sale for 60 bucks. But at the end of the day, that's my want-based thing. House. My house is extremely need-based. My house, if you guys knew what I paid, everybody's like, oh, your house must have, no, it was very reasonable. And well within my means, well within my means. I have equity carried over from California. And honestly, I didn't spend much more than I did on my house in Burlington, North Carolina. And I could sell it for a lot more now than I bought it for. I've only had it for about 4 months. The market has already appreciated quite considerably. And I also got a steal on it. My thing is, if I lost everything, I always told my wife, I remember when we started Civation back in 2004, she had a job, she made good money. We always lived like we could on one income. So let's say if she was making 60 grand a year and I was making 60 grand, we had $120,000 total. We lived like we would have to on 60 grand, and we put the rest into savings and things like that. And that's how we've always lived. We've always stayed within our means. We've never carried a credit card balance in our life. Even when we were bringing in a combined total income of $25,000, living in an apartment in Thousand Oaks, California, while she did her internship at J.D. Power and Associates. The California mentality, I like to call it, led to the bubble bursting. I remember when we were selling our house, we were asking $560,000 back in 2006. Okay, we had people coming in with literally a family of 15 And I'm not saying this is a bad thing because we do not have an official language in the USA. We do not have a national language. They didn't speak any English. What I get from that is maybe they don't have a high earning job. And they have 15 people looking to move into the house. It was a 1,200 square foot house for $560K. Holy shit, right? Fucking California. Californians, I found, they like overspending. They like getting above their heads. And then foreclosures came and everybody was fucked. All right? That's the California mentality. When I moved to Burlington, North Carolina, I found there's people living in literally $50,000 homes worth millions of dollars. Hewlett-Packard, ever hear of that company? Mr. Hewlett actually lives in the same house now than he did when he started the company. Because, as he says, he doesn't need anything more. My partner Chad, my business partner, not my life partner, although if I was gay, he would be my type. He's the kind of guy, he drives a Buick. I mean, that's his everyday car. And it's not even a good Buick. It's one that he got for free because he drove it from Florida for a relative, I swear. And the first time I met him, he was driving that Buick. It was when I was at Civation, and I did a sales call in his store. And I swear to God, Chad is his family, they're the most need-based people you'll ever meet. And there's something said about need-based people because they're not into material things. They're just into getting enough, and they provide for their kids. Everything they have, they put towards their children, not themselves. And that's what I like to think I am. Now, the point of this video is to look at things you might not necessarily need in life. Like my house, it needs to be fixed up. We have 2 empty rooms. We needed the house for the space. I have an office in here. I need my office. I need my office. I was working in the corner of a bedroom in my old house, and I finally upgraded. Okay, I've been driving my Chevy Tahoe. It finally died completely. That's the only reason I need a car. My family and I are very need-based. Yeah, we have nice stuff, but we never spend beyond what we have. We're very fiscally conservative, as the United States of America government should be, but we spend very conservatively, and I recommend you do the same. There's a couple things I want you to look at. If you want to buy a nice car, do you have any debt? Do you have any credit card bills that need to be paid? Is your credit card 100% paid up where you have zero balance? Are you carrying over a balance with a huge interest rate? Are your college loans paid off? I paid off my college loans within the first year of college, as well as my wife's. We just hunkered down and lived as a minimalist and paid them bitches off. Okay, are your college loans paid off? Do you have essentials? Can you afford food? Can you afford gym? Can you afford the necessities you have in life? Can you afford to go out a couple times? Okay? And will an $800 car payment for that cool little BMW will that put you under or compromise? Do you have a house that can appreciate in value? A car's not going to appreciate, guys. So I would look into spending your money investing into something like a house. You know? And on that note, I'm going to end it with a famous quote from Too Short. Don't go buying $80,000 cars when you ain't got a house. Simple as that. So I want you to look in the mirror and see if you are need or want based. And it's okay to be want based, but make sure that your needs are taken care of before you take care of those wants. I'm Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com. Because being a life advisor, because you're boring, you have no life, and you spend no money, that's not a game.